Hello and welcome to Kenya School of Technology Studies. Today we are going to look at fundamentals of information communication technologies, topic computer hardware. Now lesson 5. My name is Jackson. Welcome. The overview of computer software. We have overview of computer system, computer programming languages. We have application software and selection and acquisition of computer software. What is a software? Software are all programs which enable computer to operate effectively. Again, software is a set of instructions or programs that enable a computer to operate. The hardware and software taken together forms a computer system. Let us now look at classification of computer software. We have 3 of them: system software, application software, and programming languages. Let us start with programming languages. Programming languages are collections of commands, statements, and words that are combined using a particular syntax or rules to write both systems and application software. This results in meaningful instructions to the central processing unit. Let us now look at levels of programming languages. There are 2 major levels, namely low-level languages and high-level languages. Let us start with low-level languages. These languages are classified as low because they can be easily understood by the computer directly, or they require little effort to translate them to computer understandable form. These languages are hardware-oriented and therefore they are not portable, i.e., a program written for one computer cannot be installed and used on another computer. Types of low-level languages. We have machine language and assembly language. Let us start with the machine language. That is first generation languages. Instructions and addresses are written in binary, that is zeros and one code. Binary is the only language a computer or a CPU can understand. Machine language. In the machine language, the CPU directly interprets and executes this language, therefore making it fast in execution of its instructions. Machine language programs directly instructed the computer hardware, so they were not portable. That is, a program written for computer model A could not be run on computer model B without being rewritten. All software in other languages must ultimately be translated down to machine language form. They are supposed to initial life into the computer hardware and are therefore held permanently in the ROM section of the computer's internal memory. The only translation process makes the other languages slower, or the translation process makes the other languages to become slower. Advantages of machine language. The only advantage is that program of machine language run very fast because no translation program is required for the CPU. Disadvantages. It is very difficult to program in machine language. The programmer has to know details of hardware to write program. The programmer has to remember a lot of codes to write a program, which results in program errors. It is also difficult to debug the program. Let us now look at assembly language. This language is close to the machine vocabulary rather than the human being's vocabulary. It was developed in order to overcome the difficulties of understanding and using machine language. This language helps the programmers to write programs as a set of symbolic operation codes called mnemonics. Mnemonics are basically shortened 2 or 3 letter words. An assembler is used to translate the assembly language statements into machine language. Now here we have a sample program written in assembly language. Now let us look at the advantages of assembly language. The symbolic programming of assembly language is easier to understand and saves a lot of time and effort of the programmer. It is also easier to correct errors and modify program instructions. Assembly language has the same efficiency of execution as the machine level language because this is one-to-one translator between assembly language program and its corresponding machine language program. Disadvantages. One of the major disadvantages is that assembly language is machine dependent. Again, a program written for one computer might not run in other computers with different hardware configuration. Let us now look at high-level languages. These languages are very close to the human language, e.g. English-like, and they can be read and understood even by people who are not experts in programming. These languages are machine dependent. This means that a programmer concentrates on problem solving during a programming session rather than how a machine operates. Advantages of high-level languages. Higher level languages have a major advantage over machine and assembly languages, that higher level languages are easy to learn and use. Again, they are also portable. Let us now look at classes of high-level languages. The first one, third generation languages. This generation language is also called structured or procedural languages. A procedural language makes it possible to break a program into components called modules. Third generation languages, each performing a particular task. Again, structured programming has advantages because it's flexible, easier to read, and modify. Examples of that generation programming languages are like Pascal, that was developed to help in the teaching and learning of structured programming. We also have Fortran, was developed for mathematics, scientists, and engineers. It enables writing of programs with mathematical expressions. We also have COBOL, was designed for developing programs that solve business problems. The other one is BASIC, that was developed to enable students to easily learn programming. Let us now look at fourth generation languages. Fourth generation languages are easier to use and more English-like than are third generation languages. Fourth generation languages are sometimes referred to as non-procedural, since programs tell the computer what it needs to accomplish but do not provide detailed instructions as to how it should accomplish it. Since fourth generation languages concentrate on the output, not procedural details, they are more easily used by people who are not computer specialists, that is, by the end users, e.g. Visual Basic, Delphic, Pascal, Visual COBOL, and C++. Now we have come to the end of lesson 4, that is topic computer software, and welcome to our next lesson. Thank you.